right, sounds like video and audio check, please. And okay, started a couple of minutes early. Figured it'd be a good thing. It's probably too much late. There we go. All right. Before I do hellos and shout outs, I want to do a apologize for my actions a couple weeks ago. Things I said and did were not appropriate. Try to get everything back to normal here. And just know it won't happen again, at least not publicly. Because I clumped fish fam into something that wasn't allowed. It shouldn't have never been clumped in. So hopefully it happens. I'll have to reestablish some friendships, but it will happen because I won't give up. So, and with that said, let's do some shout outs and welcomes to the stream. Fishy on Tantics, first in there. Awesome. Thank you for coming. Jenna, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Silver Creek, nice to see you. And thank you for coming. Jorge, nice to see you. Mexicali. My friend, nice to see you. Silver Creek again. Jenna again. All right. Thank you, Mexicali, for letting me know that sounds good. Sun's running around, so lurking. Okay, that's good, dude. I just appreciate you being here. So, look at that. See if that's showing up on stream or if it's just my monitor. I don't see it coming up in the stream. Oh well, back to business. Muppers, nice to see ya. Do some here. There we go. William, Pridemore's fishing. More, nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you, Fishy on. No, I don't think. Like I said, I unsubbed a bunch. I finally just got caught up resubbing. So if I did, I'm sorry, George. It wasn't intentional. A little bit. Mexicali. Jimmy P, thank you for coming, brother. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you, Muppet. That is not supposed to be running right now because it's not showing. I got those links turned off. Nightbot should be kicking in here though, anytime. I did have. I sent an email to Matt, telling him to get my stuff back up on the link page, fishfam.link. So hopefully that'll get things in there. Get back when he gets a chance. I'm sure he's busy. He gave me some good advice, and I did that advice. I just kind of pulled back for a couple of weeks, cremated my channel in my mental rage. So I just got to start over. That's all. Start over and get some videos out there, get some lives out there, and we'll just go. We'll go about business. Chew. Thank you. Nice to see you. Try to see something here. Okay, yes I am. I see somebody I think I'm not subscribed to. I'm going over and doing that right away. Just so you know, folks. Sorry. Chew. Oh, it's all right, Jimmy. Like I said, it's no need to be sorry. It's all good. Like I said, Matt gave me some good advice, and I took it, and I kind of pulled back a little bit, but not in time before tearing down my channel, basically, and deleting all my videos, and I was unsubbing people. But like I said, in the end, I will overcome what I just did and get back to being me. And that's why I apologized. So I'm just going to need to move on from there. So, all right, looks like I have gotten everybody on the hello, and do this. We're going to copy that, and gonna paste it. And if anybody would like to come up, it's always open, as my Fridays are. Well, thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, the issue happened on Facebook originally. I clumped Fish Fam in with this person when I shouldn't have, and I shouldn't even have made that video. So it was, that's why it was taken down. My comments were made because I was triggered about something else, and I should not have done it. I'm going to live and learn and move on. So, hi, Greg. Thank you for coming. But it is what it is. So, Well, unfortunately, I can't delete that Tommy because I have my DJ business on there too. So, what caused this guy to say what he said about me being ignorant was um, a joke that I posted. It was a meme about identifying as a millionaire. And I wanted to withdraw my money from the bank. And he decided to say that I identified as ignorant. And so, um, but yeah, I'm running my DJ business on there right now. So I'll just, like I said, what I should have just did is just deleted him and whatever. He can think about me what he thinks about me. I'd like to think I'm a little more than ignorant, especially since I joke about everything in life. That's the only way to get through it, in my eyes. But ended up hurting for other friends in the process when I shouldn't have. But yes, I agree. Facebook's horrible. Yeah, but anybody that knows me knows I like to joke a lot. Like if I see something that makes me laugh, I'm gonna post it. It's just how I am, you know. If I find it funny, maybe some others will find it funny. Not everybody's gonna agree. I know that, but so well, the guy that did it, he's very big into politics and stuff. So it's I just let him. Jay, nice to see you, sir. Thank you for coming. All right. Oh, but I'm not. I'm gonna say I don't. I'm not gonna hide that fact. I mean, I do them occasionally, um, especially when I feel tannins are and I don't like the look of the tank or something. I do them. Like the one upstairs, the 46 gallon. Oh boy, is that thing getting bad? The algae. I think I'm trying. I've cut my feeding down to once a week. I think the phosphates have gotten high because it's hair algae, but it's kind of growing in a carpet, but it looks really cool. I moved the plants that Green Machine Sweden was telling me that I was having a nitrogen deficiency. I moved them back down in here to the dirty tanks. I moved all my rooted stuff like Val and all the Val from the 55, a couple swords, and some the Crips. I threw them all in that tank upstairs. The Crips are doing good. So if Crypt Keeper happens to show up today, I got to remember it and let him know that I moved him up in that tank. But things are with the water change debate. I'm going to kind of say what KG said. He said it differently. You do what works for you. Simple as that. I'm not going to condemn somebody for not doing water changes. I'm not going to condemn somebody for doing them. I'm not, just like I wouldn't condemn somebody for doing CO2. Me and CO2, I can hear it's simple, but I don't want to have to go through all the tanks and worrying about gassing my fish. I like doing low tech. It works. My fish, they look healthy. They look good, except for the fact I've lost 3 in over a month. I've got down. The only thing I got left in here is 1 coolie loach and 1 paradise fish. So, but Um, so it is what it is. Muppet saying hello. Yeah, I'm just very low tech. But I will say, with an undergravel filter, I did learn you don't want to let your phosphates get out of hand. Um, so like I said, I'm trying to let it naturally take its course. I want to pull some of that algae out. It's my moss is just covered with hair algae. That's not going to be fun at all, but I'll figure it out. Um, I did hear somewhere if you run moss under chlorinated water, that like with the hair algae, it'll kill the hair algae off. Then you can just kind of go like this and pull off and a little easier, and then put it back in the tank, and they should be the plant itself should be okay though. But again, I'm going to do some more research before I do that. So. Well, thank you, sir. Yeah, it's called being normal and well adjusted. I try to be normal. I'm only a quarter of a Rico behind. Not a quarter, even a quarter. So, Jeff, nice to see you, sir. Thank you for coming. Pelham's Aquatics, another very cool channel. Um, Everybody in here is very cool channels. Um, Actually, Jenna, are you still in the chat? I don't know if I'm. Oh, let's see if I can snag the buttons. Ah, there we go. Jenna, I'm gonna actually make you one of my standard mods, okay? Because I know you like to post links, so. Um, but I got you done there. You should have a wrench now. Um, Well, that's kind of why I'm holding off on, like, I'm trying to let the phosphates work down. I'm going to probably have to do some water changes in there, I'm sure, in that tank. But I also thought, okay, if they're not eating regular fish food, maybe they'll get hungry enough and they'll start eating some hair algae. But it's, yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm not afraid of a little algae. I knew it took some work with the 55 to get the hair algae out and let the nutrients, just let nature take its course. But I might have to do some water changes to get my phosphate levels down. I'm going to kick my lights back probably 8 hours. I got to figure out how to reset my light timers, the Wi-Fi ones, because I had them running, but so. But I'm glad you got it unstuck. That's always a good thing. If you can't see the plants in the back. Yeah. I don't have a lot of plants. Like this one has probably the most plants of them all. Well, the other ones got them now, but so. Oh, has a history of getting stuck. Right. Jimmy saying hi, or Jay saying hi to Jimmy, and Creek. Coro, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't think being called lazy was, I don't really think those were meant to be said, you know. Um, but they just came out, you know. It's one of those things. I did like KG's video on that, because he really saw the points to both sides, and he, you know, but he, you know, he's the way he phrased it, he made it clear that he's not going to condemn somebody for doing what they do. You know, it's in this hobby. Me and Jimmy talked about this on a Dell stream. We don't. I wish more of us would say what works for me may not work for you. This is my experience. Your experience might be different, because there's so many things that happen. You know, we do things differently. You know, I'm in the dirt and the under gravel filters. It seems like eventually I might get crazy enough to try combining them to see if I can get that to work that way. But you know, I know there's some people already doing it. So yeah, I mean, I won't. I think I'm a lazy fish keeper, but again, what works for me may not work for you. It's just that it's just the nature of our of what we do here in fish keeping. Jimmy, you may want to go look at my description though, because it now just says, I believe it just shows, if I remember correct, it says um, that the YouTube, yeah, that I'm the what the hell's going on with that? Oh, that's why. Damn it. Let me do some adjustments here, guys. Damn it. Thought I disabled all the other stuff. Drop it down to 15. Okay, that's already at 15. And that's down to 15. All right, there we go. So, he's coming for you, George. Better run, better run. Wow, Muppet. That's I've known you a long time, and I've never even known your first name. I'll stick with Muppet though if you don't want me to call you by your real name. I try to call everybody by their real name if I can. Oh, yeah, that's right. All right. There it is. Put you in the standards. I got Lori Zenginger in the standards. Or in my super mods. Me, I do not, Coro. That I know that might take a good, you know. I'm trying to naturally balance it out a little bit, you know. So, and I know it takes time. You know, things don't just happen as instant as we, you know. I know that's probably one of the things I would teach people too. Patience. Not, don't be. Nothing's instantaneous in our hobby, and I'm guilty of it. I want instantaneous, so it's you know. even when we're squeezing out that mulm into a gravel bed, or sorry, excuse me. Sorry about that. Coffee just went down the wrong pipe. But even when we're squeezing that mulm out, it's not going to um, um, it's not going to um, it's not going to be still an instantaneous jump start to to a. I do agree with Corey. I saw a video he just did the other day about cycling. We need to get away from cycling, the word cycle, and use seasoning, or matured tank. I think I agree with it heavily. When I saw this video, I was like, wow, this really makes sense. It really clicked something in my head that, when we ask somebody something, it's like, my tank cycled. Okay, but how long has it been running? Is it, just because it's cycled doesn't mean it's fully matured. Mature takes a few months, minimum a few months for low level maturity. Yes, it does, Jenna. Layla rode in a fire truck today to school. It was cool. I rode with her. I videoed some of it. I'll have to ask the wife if I can put it up. But it's not a very good video. I'm very shaky on it this morning. I don't know why. So, yeah, I like, Caveman's cool. And Kev is a cool dude. He's a very nice guy. I love Kev. I'm subscribed to him. And I honestly feel like using the words lazy wasn't, but he was just stating this point, and I get it. What he does is, it's incredible. So it's, he does some incredible work on YouTube, and and in the hobby, and he, like I said, things could be in the phrase slightly different, and like I said, I don't condemn somebody who changes water frequently. Everybody's going to run their tanks what they feel works for them, as long as your fish are healthy and living and doing their thing. Then that's awesome. So it's, kudos to you. You found something that works for you, your water parameters and everything. And but just continue to learn. Just know there's other ways to do it, and don't take offense if somebody thinks that tries to suggest it to you. Saying that there's only one way to do this in this hobby is crazy. It's, I know Father Fish is he's very adamant, and wants to, feels his way is the only way. It's the only way to him, but he's trying to bring it amongst other people, because it does have repeatability, so. Yeah, I know he's a rep for CCAM. Like I said, I've met him in person, and he's a good guy. We sat at Aquashella and talked for a little bit. Like, he had to talk in between people. He, you know, he's very knowledgeable. I mean, he'll debate, but in the end, I think, yeah, I don't have anything against even Kev from Caveman. Got nothing against KG. Love KG. Him and Lisa are awesome people. So, just like we have Matt. I've never gotten to meet Matt, but I mean, we get, he could have just brushed me off when all that crap was going on. He didn't. He took the time to talk with me a little bit, and we via email. But I've met Jenna. I've met Brookley. Met Kelly. Uh, the metalheads. Everybody's good. I mean, everybody's cool, and they all got knowledge. We all have knowledge that we can somewhat share. Terry, I got to meet Terry, Eric, Wyrock. When at Aquashella last year, we all have knowledge. It's just taking it in, put it in the bank for something later. Like hey, I'm setting up this tank. Maybe I'll try that way. Every one of our tanks is an experiment, really. So. Now I knew Kevin's was not going to be, his was going to be different because he was like, yeah, it's going down or something like that. It was, but that's the way he stated it. So it's, I mean, I saw his points too. There was more to it, like with the hormones and stuff like that. I get it. I still think, a bigger body of water, it's easier for those hormones to get diluted out, and things aren't as drastic, as they are in a box. But, so. Yep. There you go. True that one. Oh, I get it, Carl. I usually tend to watch when that happens. Just sit back, kind of take all the info in from all of them, and just, I don't side with any of them because you're learning. You know what I mean? This is, to me, here are the reasons why, and we make our own informed decision. So really, to unsub them, I wouldn't worry about it. Just take the info in and learn, and use it for for you. I just wish more of them were more state your piece, be more across, I hate to say monotone, but you don't have to get emotional. Just show us facts with what was going on. That's, so that we can learn from, all these sides. I'm all about learning, Yep. Exactly. I agree. It's not one size fits all, and things vary, and they do. They vary a lot. Um, so, all right. Thank you, Fishion. Appreciate you coming. Um, and enjoy playing time with the baby. Yeah, I get that. Oh, Carl, thank you. You don't have to do that. Like I said, I'll get it naturally worked out. And I'll get it balanced with under gravel filter. I know Jimmy was telling me on a stream that somebody I need to get him to email me the link to this guy's channel so I can at least make sure I'm sub to him. That's, I guess, pretty into the science of under gravel filters. So, because I don't, like I said, I didn't do it Dr. Novak's way. I did it with just a plenum, pea gravel, under gravel filter plate, 4 inches of pea gravel, and I've got one tube running so that it's a slow pull, and that's it. I did have 2 at the start of it. I think then I was just trying to get when I was also running a hang on the back with it along after I squeezed the mulm just to try and get the bacteria going. I did notice Corey in that video, he was talking about seasoned matured tanks that he talked about cycling with plants, just instead of putting fish in right away, go months with just the plants doing their thing, and feeding the plants, make a small garden, and then put fish in, is what he suggested. So, okay, now that I know that, Jillian, I will call you by first name. That's awesome. Yeah. Again, and I agree with all these things that are being said. We got to do us, and it is what it is. Like family and life experience. Yep. And I know there's some people that feel that fish fam is niche and stuff like that, niches. I think we all should work together as if we want to call each other fish fam, help each other out as fish fam. Just like a bigger picture of things. There's always going to be niches or niches and everything. So, but I think the overall big picture, continue working together to help each other out as like a family, hence the name Fish Fam. Yes, enjoy playtime. Yeah, I was an idiot on Thursday or Wednesday. Granddaughter had this is a bonehead move. Wait till you hear this. She had a music concert, for her class, her second grade class, or first grade class, sorry. And I forgot to hit the record button. I'm sitting here going, like I'm recording, thought I was recording the whole time. And they were doing like some dance stuff at the end of the show. So I snuck out and went over. And then I went to hit the stop button and I realized it turned on the record. And I was like, son of a bitch. I was so pissed off for the whole night because I forgot to hit the button. And yeah, so yeah, I made sure I hit the button today when they were getting into the fire truck, because she rode in the fire truck to school, and her and her cousin Kai were riding together. So I love the natural look of aquariums. I don't mind, like, as you can tell, I don't mind that little kind of greeny tinge a little bit, or yellowish. I think it's what's natural. I've never taken water out of a like say a pond here and stuck it in a glass to see what it looks like here. That's good. That's a good one, Tommy. Yeah, this was Corey's thing. Like he was talking to. I want to say it was. We need to stop this or something like that, and it was talking about cycle. Using or matured or whatever and stuff like that. Because a lot of times when we're asking questions, we're trying to find out. Like the main thing we're trying to find out is how long has the tank been running. And then from there we can find out, okay, well, you've been running for 4 months. How long are your lights on? How heavy do you feed? How many fish do you have? Is it planted? Is it, other questions that we can go through to maybe, to help this person move forward at getting their tank straightened out. It was a very good video. Let's see here. Let me try something. Sorry. That was a live stream. Most of the videos. Oh, where the heck is it? Oh, wow. Wonder if it's on their other channel. I don't think I have that channel. Popular videos. Oh, maybe it was. Yeah, let me check something here. No, it was not. I don't know if he opens up his members videos after. No, I can't find it. So I'll try to find it and I'll try to post it in the community tab later or in the description here. So. Oh, exactly. Because with the food web, you have to continue, like as the summer's going along, put dead leaves in. Once they start to, either you start to see lower microorganisms, like the smaller stuff. Well, you start to see less of them because the fish are eating them so fast, or you have to keep putting, or the leaf litter breaks completely down and is sunken into. I'm going to be going out. I'm waiting for it to warm up a little more to let those organisms build, but I'm going to go out to our city park and I'm going to put, I'm going to bring me maybe one of my buckets, and I'll slap some leaf litter and water into the bucket and get some leaf litter into the 55. Oh, okay. So you guys have a little private thing going on. Yeah. I don't think it made them look lesser at all. I think it, like you said, it stirred the pot. It made people start thinking, you know, both sides of the story, not just one way. And that's what I think his goal was. Um, like I said, to call people lazy, though, that's, you know, when it's Kev. Oh, Jimmy, stop it. Your tanks usually look good. Definitely better than mine. Exactly. You know what works for you. You know, I know you saw, I saw like in Father Fish's video the other day, you were, I was lurking and I saw you tell people, do not use Miracle Grow, even if it's organic, because of the stuff they put in it. And there were people talking about still using it. They know it, they must feel it works for them, you know. Um, I just used premium topsoil in the 55, and I was horribly. I went through hair algae for God. I put that tank together December 12th, and I want to say at least 2-3 months, and I still think I have a little bit of hair algae in it because of that stuff. So don't do that, George, because like your info, like your videos, I find them very informative, especially since you're a guy like me who likes to you like the underground filter scenario. Um, I I like it still, even though because the phosphate that was overfeeding on my part. I know it because a lot of that comes from fish food. So I I know I overfed it. So I'm trying to get it back to a manageable level because I don't care if I have a low algae because to me that's a part of the life cycle. So that's the way I feel. Um, oh yeah, exactly. It's exactly. I mean, we can't always teach everybody either, because, like we said, it's trial and error. So, all right, Matt is secretly a very good person. Well, like I said, he um, it, it was behind the scenes. I sent him an email apologizing because I bashed his page, his work, which was uncool. And then when I did, and I sent him the email and I apologized. And, he knew I was being very sincere. Um, and I said, just do me a favor, pull me off there for a couple of weeks. I'll let you know, and I just wanted to kind of pull back, regroup. And like I said, in the fit of rage, I shouldn't even have touched my channel name. I shouldn't have touched the videos. I should have just, see, I listened to Matt, but I didn't fully listen to him. I should have just pulled back completely for a couple of weeks, taken down the video, pulled back, or not even made the video, pulled back for a couple of weeks is what I should have did, and then just you know get myself squared away, taken care of, and then move forward. And never would have happened. So No, fish shop, man. I don't think I know that one. It was Liquid Zoo. Yep. Agreed, Jeff. Agreed. No, you're right. Well, okay. I'm not gonna take that. I could take that a different way, but I will. No, you're right though. There's different, like you said, everything's different. Every tank has something different in it. It's it's just the way it is. That 46 gallon, this is the best I've done with plants ever in it with the underground filter. Um, except for my overfeeding, which I should know better from the dirted end not to do. But again, trial and tribulations in every tank. So that, yeah. Man, statement of the year, Pelham. Oh man, I'm way behind. Miss Holly, nice to see you. Hope all is well. Thank you for coming. I'm sure Whip's in here at some point. And oh well. Well, I stay away from those. Like was it Pet Supplies Plus or whatever? I took Layla in. I didn't, to pick some goldfish at the time. I knew how to tell male female apart, but I was still. So I asked, because I hadn't kept guppies up until just like a little while ago. Um, so I asked them to sex them for me, and I wanted to get two sets of trios, two a male to two females, two sets like that. Oh, we don't sex fish for you. Really? What? Why are you working in a fish department then? Is what I said, and walked out. Went down to um, everywhere else. Actually, when we went to all the other places, and everything was out, so we didn't get any fish that night. But we went out later that next weekend. I don't know if you see it right here. I got to get a video back up. I had taken it down. Apparently, Emily, ADHD, did not see it, so I want to get up. It's not going to be a full unboxing. I'm just going to show the towel that I won from her, and I'll get the video. I'll probably try and get it up today. Um, yeah, there, him And aquatic arts are, it seems like the two places to really go to when it comes to um, actually, who was it? Video yesterday, or Bentley Pascal just did a real, like a live. Let's see, what night is he on? Is he on Wednesday or Tuesday? Tuesday or Wednesday? I can't remember. My brain's frying me out right now. But I rewatched it. I was part of the replay crew. Um, he was talking about these. Even if you're not a part of the club, maybe go to stuff like the GCCA or the swaps and stuff that are open to the public, because you could get some really good fish at a really good price doing that. Um, we bought Lemias. I only have one left of them, and I'm sure this has to do with the phosphates in that tank, and not. Maybe this is where water changes is important, is because if you overfeed, then you can at least try to keep it at a good level. um, um, but it he's at a good price. We paid, I think, $15 for 5 of those Tiger Lemias, and that's not something I've seen in any of my LFSs. So, and they're supposed to be they were a different live bearer, so that's why, when I was talking to Jason and Joanna there, that's why they were, they were trying to, they're explaining to me and my wife, hey, these are live bearers, and and my wife, she's big time in the live bearers, even though I have tetras up in there now and Daniels. Maybe I'll slide them all out of there and try some more guppies here down the line once I get things stabilized. And I'm not feeding so much. I'm just going to maybe feed twice a week. Hell, at the rate of feeding once a week, I could probably put in a cube in each tank of frozen live bloodworms and be safe. So, but I do too. As a community, what do you mean? Like as in a community tank? You have all those in that same fish from Petco in there, or PetSmart? See, a lot of times I haven't had to do any kind of quarantining, because, I mean, even if I add, I do trust my LFS. They're, to not, there might be a dead fish in a tank, but they're not grabbing fish that look sick to me ever. I've never seen one. I've been lucky, knock on wood. I've never had a tank break, the seal break, or I've never had a breakout of Vic. I'm trying to think back. Did I? I want to make sure I'm not lying on this. No, I can never recall a bout with Ick. And then I probably wouldn't put any medicines in right away. I would try to kill it with a 7-day, 86 degrees thing first. Get that down, and then, go a week. And I get that. I'm just talking like bigger picture. There's always going to be niches or niche, or however you want to pronounce it. And within any hobby, I don't care. Like in ham radio, some people are into digital, some are into just, low band stuff. Me, I'm into dirted and under gravel. Others, it's just, I mean, bigger picture, support each other. If you have an issue with somebody, take it privately, talk to them. There's always a way to work things out so that we can just get along. There is. And, I just say, I share my love. I want to share my love with everybody, not just a small group of people, if that makes any sense. That's where I think I'm going with this. let's share our love. Let's share our, you know, I'm not saying we have to share money or anything like that. I mean, that's fine. I'm just talking, help each other out, you know. Not take offense to everything that's being said. I want to, like I said, I don't know. I think I'm just going, I'm probably starting to ramble, and that makes sense now, which I do very well at, by the way. Uh, Curtis is, yeah, he just did his video the other day of making sure your aqua clear doesn't dry up is huge. This is going to be game changing for people that still use aqua clear. It was well worth the watch. If anybody has Skulls Aquatics, put his link in there for sure, which I know it's on FishFam. That link. uh, what record? I'm missing something here because I'm way behind. I'm like almost 20 minutes behind. Uh, I'm more than a Rico, damn it. Uh, yeah, I like Curtis. Nice guy, too. Yep, agreed. Curtis is a hidden gem in the fish community. I think we're all hidden gems in a way. How's that? I'm trying to spin positives here, folks. Did you mean fish bones? That just sounds bad, Tommy. Ugh. Hornworts. That money word's okay. It was all terrestrial. Did it convert over? Is it up out of the tank, Tommy, or is it actually submerged? It's funny you did this, Carl, because I've always wondered if it was, which way is it spelt? Because I've seen it both ways. It's kind of like saying beta or beta. Uh, I call them beta, where others call them beta. Wow, that is cool, dude. See, that's where I'm not lucky. I think this is where I think I don't know. The under gravel, actually, I have to laugh at this. I did that tank with an under gravel filter because my wife was, she's been kind of about the dirt thing. Um, she sees how good these have done, and she's never complained about it. And she's yeah. So when I did that tank as an under gravel filter, and I told her I was doing it that way, she never said, "Oh, I thought you were doing it as a dirted tank," because I had some leftover tops that I could have put in there. That would have been probably the perfect amount for that size, and not overdid everything. And so I don't know, but I'm having good luck with it now. Like I said, I've gotten to the point I'm growing. So I'm growing hair algae in it. I'm okay. Now it's just time to kick back and let it get itself balanced, and got to pull back. Like I said, I probably got to pull back on my lighting a bit too, because I'm running these two tanks run 12 hours, and I probably shouldn't be doing the same with that one. I definitely have to get a video up on maybe the before and after. Do a before video. Let's go which one. See, I'm missing something here. That's something else. As funny as I had said to my wife, I said, I didn't want to do guppies in the tank, the 55. I'm thinking now that I've got this thing established with those, I should take those fish out that are in there and put in 2 trios of fancy guppies and just see what happens in that tank. See if they breed. Maybe something's different with the dirt and the plants that way compared to what I've had. I had fake plants upstairs. But Aquatics, thank you for coming. Awesome, nice to see you. I'm like so far behind here. I am sitting at, let's see here, 12:06. I'm still about 20 minutes behind right now. So, but Beta Aquatics, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Were your ears ringing when I was saying, do you say it beta or beta? I say beta. See, I had some of the Rotella in the 55. I had that in the 55 when I first set it up, and it didn't last very long with me. What has really done well for me is Amazon Swords. I'm doing well with that. I had that moss growing good up there until I got my algae out of hand, but I'll get caught back up on that. Like I said, it's just taking time. Jay, I honestly think there's nothing that Steven and Jenna can't keep in their tanks. It's my opinion. Yeah. You're also guys are very high tech too. So I don't, I like low tech tanks. It's cool that the CO2 works out. Who was it that was? I think it was Bentley that was just saying like he runs a bubble a second. And that's it. He doesn't even use a drop checker or anything like that. Another person who's very good with the CO2, Kelly. Also very knowledgeable. So, all right. Okay, that was all together. Thank you, sir. I see that all the time. I think that's why, well, that's basically what I just did. Act like a triggered Karen. I was a Richard. The only reason why me and some of my friends used the name Richard with Karen is because what's short for Richard? Oh, why? I think I am going to get a sponge filter for this one, though. And then let that tank. Like again, I got to do the top off all my tanks. Maybe I'll do a water change this afternoon. I'll see how much energy I have. You guys are way too nice, I'm telling you. Well, like I said, I'm moving on from it. I'll eventually get things back to where they were. We'll get there. It takes time because I have to, consequences for my actions. So, Grasshopper, how are you, sir? Sensei Grasshopper. Oh, Grasshopper, is that your first name, Sammy? I see the Sammykins, and I'm assuming it was because that was. Yeah, okay, verify. I've always, I just always called you Grasshopper, so. But now I know because I try to call people by their right, proper name. Okay, yeah, very cool. Jimmy, if you got the link for it, can you go ahead and is that daily? Jeff, is it? Which Jeff is it? um, Pelham or Kane? Let's see if he's got a. Oh, he doesn't have it scheduled yet. Oh, there we go. if it's Pelham, here, let me do this, Jimmy. You're on my streams a lot. I guess I just need to go through and make everybody a damn mod. That I got to do a father fish type thing. Where did I see? Okay, here we go, Jimmy. I am going to do this. You're going to be a standard moderator. All right. There you go. You are a standard mod. Go ahead and post a link if you have a link to that stream so that I can try to end. I'll try and end a little before so that you guys can go to the bathroom and stuff like that. Get coffee. Okay. No, that's fine. Miss Barbara, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Sorry, there we go. Quit saying sorry, Johnny. Ketchup. Barbara, Mexican. And hey, Whip, nice to see you, sir. Thank you for coming. You're not missing much. Just another MFTA stream. Sorry, MFTAQ. Oh, I need to get back up here. There we go. But welcome, sir. Nice to see you. Just gonna kind of go through here. Yeah, 3.5 Ricos behind. I'm just kind of scrolling through now so that if I run into somebody that I haven't said hi to yet, I will say hi. There we go. So there's the link to Jeff's, come on, Jeff's stream, which will be right after mine. So what I'll do is, like I said, I'll stop a little early so that you guys can run to the bathroom, get some coffee, whatever. Try to stop maybe 5 minutes early. I'm catching up, so I'm almost 3 Ricos behind. But I'm getting caught up now because there we go. And actually, I am caught up now. So I am caught up now. I'll try and stay caught up. So So as I said earlier, this fish died. I lost one of the paradise fish. I think it jumped out because I can't find it in the bottom anywhere. I even tried sticking my hand in, moving the leaves around, and I can't see him behind the tanks. I tried looking down there. I couldn't see, with a flashlight, couldn't see anything. So I don't know if it jumped out and it's just caught like somewhere where I can't see it. But eventually, I don't know what I'm going to put in here. I'm going to think of something that would go good in here that doesn't need a lot of length. I don't want to do angelfish because it's only 29 gallon. I definitely going to put some more coolie loaches in there at some point in time. I want to get a sponge filter first, though. Get through here. Bateson, nice to see you. Hope you and your lady are doing well. That's another very cool channel. I met Bateson through Danikin's channel. There you go. I am not too far behind, but like I said, I know what I got to do to that tank. I'm going to kick the light back. Phosphate. So let me do this. Moon Boots, nice to see you. Thank you, sir. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do a marker of 123. And I will show this off here. All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do is Miss Emily from ADHD Aquatics. I won a towel on her show for a subscriber giveaway. And this is the towel with the logo. It's a nice black one. Oops. There we go. Nice black one with this really cool logo on it. That says ADHD Aquatics. Thank you for the towel, Emily. Appreciate it. All right. So I can put up a small video on that for take a clip. I'll just probably redo it. Moon Boots, welcome. Thank you. Again. Yeah, I was going to say, I know he's been posting a lot. Oh, yeah, I do too. It's, only because of the natural, but you do a lot of digging fish. So he was saying there is a way for it to be done at there's certain kinds you don't want to put in it with it, but there's the other ones you can. I couldn't remember which one it was though. So all right. Yeah, Emily is good people. She just did a huge order. She's going to be doing a live stream showing all the shrimp and stuff. She's written a book recently. She's a good kid. She's a good kid. Yeah, what was he saying can't go in? Was it the African cichlids could go in and not Central American cichlids or switched around? Yeah, that would take up a good portion of his tank. So yeah, that's what most people are saying. The digging fish is hard to do the deep substrate. Um, I just did 4 inches of pea gravel in the under gravel filter tank upstairs. So sorry, under filter plate, aka plenum. But I didn't do any of the other stuff, the BCB baskets or anything like that, because I don't know if that takes out phosphates. I think I just got to do water changes on that. We had our talk early in the show about the water change debate. But like I said, there was some good points from everybody. Just how it was handled, or like how they said it or phrased it, could have been done differently. But we just need to take in points of everything we learn, and I try to learn from everybody. So wow, that kind of sucks. Well, you wouldn't. Do you want a heavy deep substrate like that anyhow, with something you can't put plants into? And I know there's people that have said I shouldn't say can't, but maybe people that say suggest you don't put plants in with cichlid, with that type of cichlid. I know every video I've ever seen, they're always rock. There's a lot of rock in their tanks, and that's it. So I think Ben Ochart, I think hopefully I said that right. I think he's the only one I know that Carl, the reason why I said that was because of would you even want a deep substrate, because of the fact cichlids, a lot of them dig, or Oscars dig, so right. That's what we were talking about early on. That father fish methods were. We were saying that how much we appreciated his video, because it was very much two-sided. It wasn't just one-sided. I watched Father Fish's video over a couple times, and I don't think, like he said, take water out, clean it up, put it back in. Just don't throw it away, or, me, what I would suggest, if you're going to take water out and do water changes, especially now that we're getting into summertime, throw it in your garden. Those nutrients that are in that water, the excess nutrients, are good for your plants, even terrestrial plants. So okay, so it's more because of the parameter of waters. But like me, I don't chase parameter. Like those parameters. I try to put like tetras and rasboras. They don't mind a higher pH, so I tend to stay with the easier nano fish or whatever because of that. So I got some guppy grass from Jason. Depths unknown. Bless his heart. Another nice, really nice guy. He just gave it to me. Didn't charge me for shipping or anything. Um, and I asked him how much. So yeah, but I had it in this tank here for a long time, and it's just like all of a sudden. And then I split it in the other tank upstairs before I reset that tank to the UGF, and it just died off in both of them eventually. So that's another one. Yeah. I know Coldwater Aquatic said he was going to send me some duckweed, so we'll see if I could kill it this time. Maybe some of my plant folks can tell me, does duckweed take in phosphates? Or is it just nitrates? Yep, there you go. See, that's, whoops, get back here. That's a great, there you go. Subscribe to me so for more tips like that. Wow. But they can't pull the dirt itself through that screening, right? Through the fabric. And I'm assuming this is in a deep, like father fish type thing. So if it's just dirt and you got that mesh through there, Vibes, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. All right. Hey, Vibes. Nice to see you, sir.
Hey, how are y'all?
Doing good. Doing better, I should say.
How's the audio? Is it good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I'm driving on lunch break, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Bateson, that it was, when it was killing off. Hornwort, that's another one that'll suck in. Yeah, I agree, Moon Boots. It's nice that people can chase. I mean, if you have the time to do that and to do it, great. I just like me. I just would rather put fish in with the parameters I have so that I don't have to change. Because I won't lie, I made the mistake when I was early in my getting back into it. I want to say it was back in 2004. Um, I tried that. I tried chasing, and using the pH up and pH down, and it was not a good thing. I ended up killing the fish, and then finding out talking to them, my LFS when it happened. So um, yeah, that's. I know I've heard Father Fish say that many times. Like, oh, okay, you've got an under gravel filter running. Let it run a year, then throw some sand over the top of it. 2 inches of sand over the top. You've got your dirted tank from everything, and then just let it start from there. So All right. Yeah, that makes sense too, Barbara. Makes I did originally with my under gravel filter. I did a two. Originally had done a 2 to 3 inch one with just some black gravel that we had. And then I eventually ended up taking that under gravel filter out. I lost caps and stuff in the garage. Don't know where they're at, and so I didn't even put it back in the tank. I ended up buying that clear free from pen packs or Plen packs. There we go. So
George, exactly. I'm actually going to. You had to go to the car wash, y'all.
you're going to where?
To the car wash.
Oh, through a car wash.
Yep.
So it's going to get dark in his car. Ooh, In-N-Out burgers. So what are they like? Are they like a Burger King or?
Yeah. Not really. That's about.
Oh yeah, your audio just cut out. That was weird.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, there we go.
Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, angels are fine with that because they don't dig up a lot. So
Oh, just good.
the eggshells I could see. Moon boots, but Drano, come on, man. You're not that cruel to your fish. I've heard of eggshells actually because it helps calcify, I believe. That's what I read and heard. M&A Aquatics. Two. Okay, so I mean you had Sandcap, I assume, right? MNC.
I'm gonna move my mic, y'all.
Oh, Jenna was saying Vibes eats cottage cheese as a side dish. Sorry, I've never been a fan. I think it's the texture of cottage cheese that I don't care for. But yeah, that's usually what I hear too. is that the cap's not thick enough to 4 inches. So yeah, that's definitely. How was it? Okay, there we go. I did get that. Okay. 4 inches to avoid heavy algae. Yeah, if you use a soil that's like highly fertilized, like I see all these people using potting soils, and even I've the organic potting soil. Yeah, I know that a lot of people, like I used premium topsoil, and I ended up with some algae, which I've never. I mean, this one only had diatom, so but I used only straight topsoil. But the 55, I used premium topsoil, and that's where I started seeing hair algae. So yep, he's in the car wash. I could tell the color changed. But I ended up with a 5 inch substrate in that tank, in the 55. I did 2 inches of sand and 3 inches of pool filter sand, which allows water to flow through it and do its, thing. But um, um, it was, I caught flack on that one, and if it wasn't for All Things Fish, Mike from All Things Fish jumping in on the chat, he's like, he was like, hey, don't bash the guy for what he did. This is what he's learned, and this is what he's trying, and so again, there was another Facebook thing. So yeah, probably isn't digging there. I've heard of people doing that, like a little small layer of gravel um, beneath the soil, so that it allows the water. It basically would allow a better water flow, like a plenum. It would be very slow moving from the convection, because believe it or not, this dirt gets very warm. Um, I've stuck my hand in it, and it's, after it's been sitting for a couple of months, builds it builds some warmth to it. Wow, inch of Osmocote. That's a lot of Osmocote, man. You definitely would have well more than enough nutrients over that period of time. Yeah. I did end up with some hair algae in the 55, but it wasn't horrible. Like I said, it was like I was able to kind of keep up on pulling it out. I just have to, I would have to do it once a week, keep going there. And um, yeah, and that's why I went with this. I just went standard topsoil, and then I figured the nutrients wouldn't be overabundant. Um, but then of course, I had to, like, well, hey, if I use premium topsoil, it has more nutrients, and it'd be great for the plants. They'll grow faster. Yeah, running a 12-hour time, you know. And you know what, MNC, that's fine. If it's it wasn't working for you, so you did it, and you learn from it though. I'm sure you learned something, out of it that can make it better in the end. So, and that's we were talking about that at the beginning of the show, how what works for me, and as YouTubers, we need to stress this more often, that what works for me may not work for you. You need to trial and error to find out what works for you. But here's my experience, and here's we also talked about not using the word cycled, because I saw Corey's video from Aquarium Co-op a few days ago about talking about season matured tanks or seasoned tanks compared to cycled, because cycled, just because a tank is cycled doesn't mean that it's mature enough to be ready to go yet. Which is, we all know better now that as you mature your tank, it gets easier to do things. Barbara, layer of shrimp and plant, like flugum stratum, and then medium gravel. It's pretty good. I thought about doing a dirted tank with just gravel, kind of more Wellstead than Father Fish, but since I did the more newer modern version of a Wellstead, I'm kind of, or a dirted method, I should say. Aquarium Daily, Andrew, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. We're going to probably run for about another 10 minutes, guys, and then I'll let everybody go so they can go to the washroom, whatever. Jimmy, throw that link in again, please, for Jeff's live stream. Yeah, I didn't do any of those BCB baskets or anything like that. Maybe that's part of the reason why I've got that algae and that under gravel filter. Like I said, I don't know the full science of an under gravel plate, just straight under gravel plate, aka plenum, on with the anoxic, just considered anoxic filtration, or do you have to have those BCB baskets to make it? I would like to learn more on the science of that. That's and Jimmy's holding out on me. he's got a guy that apparently he hasn't sent the link out for me to. Yeah, and Jeff is doing a live unboxing in 15 minutes. So from Pelham's. Yeah, when I just planted tanks, just stay straight in gravel, I had the worst time ever growing anything. But I've always had trouble with plants in that 46-gallon boat upstairs. I'm doing okay now, but doing really good on the algae too. So. Yeah. So that's just on straight. You don't okay, so just on. Okay. All right. There we go. We got. There's the live stream. June, nice to see you. Thanks for coming. And Green Machine Sweden, thank you for coming. Nice to see you. Well, I'm at the bottom of the chat, so awesome. Yeah, we got about 8 more minutes, about 8 more minutes. give or take a little bit. So, yeah, I don't have cheap, or I run cheap. This one is a night crew light that I got a long time ago for my. I bought it for the 5 gallon, and it's like way too much light for that. Um, and then the 55 gallon or the 46 gallon bow front that has the undergravel filter. I run 12 hours of light on that one, which I should probably kick back since I got the hair algae. Along between that and the phosphates, I think it's triggering the algae. Is what I think is triggering the algae. But I should probably kick that back a little bit, maybe to 8 hours and see if that starts killing the algae off a little bit. Forcing the plants, wet plants I have, that would never hurt either, as sticking some more plants in there. But that one's just standard 6,500 Kelvin shop lights that are 36 inches long for the light bar. Say that again. Oh, are you heading out? Okay, thank you. Yeah, thanks for jumping up, my friend. All right. We do have very high, our regions. Like me, I got KH, and you can't be too far off from me. Well, mine's parts per million, but it's on my aquarium co-op strips. So my KH is usually right about between 120 and 180. No, 120 is usually where it's at, because my hardness is usually around let's say 150. Over, up. Yeah. Yeah, I think it says 150. Yeah, 150. I just happened to get the right angle. But so again, this is probably one of those things where you want to, maybe get plants that do well in higher pH and hardness and GH and KH. Sorry. Miss Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate that. And hello and welcome. She's coming in hot late. Yeah, we're gonna. The link was posted again, folks. We got about 3 minutes, so I won't lie. Feels good to be back and doing my live streams, and I will be just starting from scratch for my videos. So 1 degree equals 16 ppm. All right. I'm going to write that down, Kelly. I know I could have Googled it, but I'm glad you came on and told me that. She's like Beetlejuice. 1 degree. And that would be in both harnesses, Kelly, I assume. Oh, stop that. All right, Vibes. Thanks for coming up. Appreciate you. All right. And Kelly has a very cool fundamental with science. And that's a cool stream. Lots and lots and lots of knowledge. Okay. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. Like I said, I could have Googled it, but I'm glad you happened to pop that out there because I just never did. All right. There we go. Pop that link out there one more time. We're going to call it the show so that you guys can go get something to drink and go to the washroom and whatever that have been here for a couple hours. Thank you, replay crew and lurkers. Oh, sorry. I got okay, there we go. That's the link to Pelham's show. So thank you for everybody coming. Moderators, thank you for what you've done. Appreciate it. And lurkers, replay crew, thank you. Appreciate you. And any new subs over the next week, thank you for joining the channel. And it feels good to be back, folks. Peace out. Stay fishy. Johnny No Shoes. I'm out of here.